June is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month, the perfect time to highlight the importance of recognizing the cognitive and physical warning signs.
With more than 54 million Americans over the age of 65, it is important to address behavioral changes early on. And joining us now to continue this conversation is local senior care expert Ben Solomon. Ben, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. I'm really happy to be here. Thanks, Holly and Tyra.
We're glad to have you. What are some of the early signs families and caregivers should look out for?
Well, there's a lot of different signs. Some signs to be keyed into will be difficulty with everyday tasks, tasks that can take multiple steps, such as getting dressed, setting the dining room table, shaving, brushing your teeth, where they may get kind of stuck when you say, hey, go brush your teeth, or go get dressed, and you find 10 minutes later that they're still staring at their clothes or trying to figure out what to do. That's definitely a warning sign. Other signs may be when you're having a conversation, they're asking the same questions multiple times, or telling you the same story numerous times when you're sitting together with them, or trouble keeping up or joining a conversation. You're having a conversation with a loved one and their train of thought may kind of wander. They struggle, they become frustrated with their inability to come up with the right words. They have challenges coming up with identify simple objects. Those are some of the communication issues. There's a whole bunch of other ones. A lot of times, often you'll find folks get lost while driving to places that they're really comfortable generally going to. Or there's a sudden change in their personality. They become more anxious, suspicious. They get more easily upset or depressed. We have clients that have get confused over time and place. You may ask them, what day of the week is it? And they don't know. They don't remember. Or how did you get here? And they may be confused. How did I get here? We've had clients over the years that they misplace things. They'll put their breakfast or a sandwich or food in their drawer by their bed, or they'll put their keys in the refrigerator or freezer. So these are signs. So it's not just one sign. You may be seeing a bunch of different types of signs. We have clients who are we have families who say, oh my God, my mom or my dad have been immaculately groomed their whole lives, and I come to their homes and they haven't bathed or they haven't changed their clothes. I mean, and it could be really affect the family member really seriously when you start seeing these changes in behavior.
So now we know the signs and behaviors to look out for. Tell us why it's so important to address those changes early on.
Well, you want to make sure that first, it's really important to go see a healthcare provider. I think that's really important. If you start seeing changes, listen to your inner voice, note the changes in mental and health and mental acuity, accompany your loved one to a doctor. If you wait too long, things progress, you ignore things, it can get out of hand. You may find yourself with a loved one who I've had situations over the years where they've been exit seeking. They've been on their own and all of a sudden they're lost. Silver alerts, they're out and about in the community, or that they've turned on their stoves and it's just a fire hazard in their homes. I mean, there's things that could really happen if you're not kind of looking at the cues and the warning signs and getting on top of it.
After recognizing the signs, it can certainly be tough for families and caregivers to start a conversation about the possibility of an Alzheimer's diagnosis. Ben, how do families start that conversation? Where do you begin?
Well, the first thing you want to do is you really want to gather information, right? So you want to listen to that inner voice. You're noting the changes in health and mental acuity. Take your loved one to the doctor, right? Accompany them to the doctor's appointment. Understand firsthand what their medications. It may not even be dementia. Maybe there's a polypharmacy, there's contraindications with different medications that a loved one's taking. Maybe they're taking one medication at very high doses. So you want to talk to the pharmacy, talk to the doctor, make sure you understand what their medication regimen is. And are you seeing, and then just kind of determine what level of concern is warranted. Are you seeing behavior that puts your loved one at risk? You want to make sure you're really just observing the behavior and you're not bringing your own baggage. If this is a loved one, mom or dad, they're just seeking my attention, right? They know what they're doing, right? Look at the behavior objectively for what the behavior is and don't bring your own subjective opinions into the situation. And before you want to have a family meeting, but before you do that, you want to involve all your family members, right? Especially folks that may live a far distance away. They may not have a real perspective on what's going on with your folks or with your loved one. And make sure everyone comes together. They're there for the loved one, right? They're not there for their own issues. They're there to seek what's best for mom or dad. And when you have a meeting, when you have everyone together, you want to turn off the distracting noises, the TVs. You all want to sit down. You want to definitely engage the person, the loved one that you're concerned about in that conversation. And you want to set some realistic goals. What is the goal of this meeting, right? We're going to sit down as a family. We're here to support our loved one. What is it that we're going to do, right? Maybe the goal is just to share information. Maybe the goal is to come to a common understanding about the severity of your loved one's memory issues. Then you're going to find out what are the next steps. What are we going to do? Who's going to schedule the doctor's appointments? Who are the decision makers, right? Are we going to look for different sources? I just got a phone call the other day. One sister was doing research on the internet, had a son calling up, mom has memory issues, was calling up different in-home care providers, just kind of seeing what their options are. So, and make these calls when you're having these difficult conversations, limit it to an hour, right? Don't try to get everything done in one meeting. Meetings more than an hour can often unravel, right? They can lead to heightened chances of frustration and anger. And also acknowledge that when you sit down with a family, that could be an emotionally charged conversation, right? These are your parents often, or your grandparents, and there's a lot of personal stuff that comes along with that. So just reiterate, it's a safe space for everyone. You're engaging the loved one in the conversation. You're not talking about them in the third person. You're not speaking over them. And you're really all coming together, trying to figure out what goals are best for your loved one. And that really can make all the difference in the world.
Well, Ben, you really gave us some great advice and some good things to look out for. I know there are a lot of caregivers out there navigating this with their family members. So thank you for that. We appreciate you coming on the show.
Sure, my pleasure. Thanks so much.
Thanks again. Alzheimer's is just one of those awful diseases. It is so hard to see a family member go